James Park is a Korean-American technology entrepreneur known mostly for being the co-founder and CEO of Fitbit. In 2015, he was listed in Fortune magazine's 40 Under 40. He has a net worth of $660 million, and he's done it all without a college degree. Now, 10 things you may not know about James Park. Number 10, Entrepreneurial Influences. James's parents immigrated from Korea to the United States, and over the years they have owned many different types of small businesses, such as a wig shop, an ice cream store, a fish market, a dry cleaner, and a sportswear store. He was amazed with the variety of different ways that you can make a living and become successful. His parents laid the foundation for a successful entrepreneur, and James has stated that working hard was probably one of the biggest things he internalized from his parents growing up.
When we started, I don't think we thought about the challenges that we would encounter. We just went ahead and did it.
Number 9, involved in the family business. After school, James would spend his time in the family store. He began helping out at a young age, but didn't really get employed until high school. He would use the term employment very loosely because he was never really paid, but would get a $1 bonus if he sold over $50 worth of product. He learned that running a business was not easy, but feels his parents did a great job shielding him from the many ups and downs of running a business. Number 8, Harvard Dropout. James's parents always wanted him to become a doctor, so he never really took the time to think about what he truly wanted in a career. During his freshman year of college, his interest in becoming a doctor, quote, pretty much went to zero, and he was now trying to figure out what he wanted to do with his life. He spent some time as an intern at a bank in New York, but quickly realized it wasn't the job for him. Then, in 1998, he took notice of the dot-com boom, and he had always had a love for computers. So, he dropped out of Harvard to pursue a path in computers. He has stated he probably only thought about the decision for about 10 seconds. For James, it wasn't a huge deal, but for his parents, they were pretty upset. Number 7, his first startup. James's first startup venture was Epicy Technologies, a software company, which he considers to be his greatest failure. He has stated that they pivoted way too often with the company, which ended up being detrimental to the progress of the business. This painful experience allowed him to learn valuable business lessons like the power of focus. Number 6, how gaming led to Fitbit. In 2006, the Nintendo company had released its newest gaming system, the Wii. Park became super fascinated with the system, in particular, its ability to track movements in real time. Many of the games for the system were geared towards movement, which encouraged players to become physically active while playing. Park thought, how do we capture this magic and put it into more portable forms? And that's where the idea for Fitbit's wearable activity tracker was born. Number 5, raising capital for Fitbit. James Park, along with Fitbit co-founder Eric Friedman, raised $400,000 from friends and family to build a prototype of what would eventually become the Fitbit. The device debuted at TechCrunch's startup convention in 2008, but took 8 months to have the hardware ready to manufacture. Since wearable technology hadn't yet become commonplace, investors were not flocking to fund Fitbit. But Park and Friedman successfully funded Fitbit's seed round of funding, raising $2 million from True Ventures and SoftTech VC. In total, Fitbit raised $66 million in funding over 4 rounds.
Fitbit is a device and a website. We want to make people aware of how active they are, how well they're eating, and really motivate them to live a healthier life.
Want to hear more about entrepreneurs that have succeeded without a college degree? Subscribe to our channel, where our goal is to educate, encourage, and entertain zero-degree entrepreneurs just like you. Now back to the countdown. Number 4, introverted by nature, extroverted when needed. Park is introverted by nature, but is fully capable of becoming an extrovert when needed for business purposes. Whether it's meeting with other people, dealing with partners, dealing with investors, or going to conferences, he has cultivated that extroverted switch. But as with most introverts that build this skill, it takes a lot out of him. To recharge, he enjoys taking a trip to the art museum, and in recent years has done a lot of camping. Number 3, poor Fitbit decisions. In retrospect, James feels they made some not-so-great decisions with the Fitbit company, such as waiting too long to pivot to a better business model around services. Services such as the Fitbit Premium subscription, because having a monthly customer is far better for business than a model that just sells a single Fitbit device. Number 2, finding time for fitness. Despite being CEO of a company that encourages fitness, James was finding it challenging to make time in his busy schedule to focus on his own fitness. It took the pandemic to push Park to make a serious shift into a sustainable fitness routine. He now has successfully integrated exercise into his daily life. Exercises including calisthenics, weight training, and going for intense runs, in addition to a better diet. 9 down, 1 to go. Which were the most surprising to you? Were there any interesting things that we missed? Comment down below. Number 1, Google acquires a bit of data. In November of 2019, Google announced plans to acquire Fitbit for $7.25 per share, valuing the company at $2.1 billion.
It's official. Google has officially acquired fitness tracking company Fitbit. Google made a point of explaining that the acquisition was hardware and device oriented and not about data. The search engine said it will protect people's privacy. That includes not using your health and wellness data for Google Ads.
An investigation was conducted to determine whether Google could use Fitbit's data to personalize ads. Google has pledged not to use customers' health and wellness data for its ad tracking, in addition to other assurances related to the use of customer data.
Together with Google, we'll continue to advance this mission in new and exciting ways, making health even more accessible to millions and even billions of people across the globe.
Fitbit currently has more than 31 million active users worldwide and has sold more than 127 million devices. This has been 10 things you may not know about James Park. If you would like to suggest a zero-degree entrepreneur for a future episode, or you yourself are a zero-degree entrepreneur and you would like to share your story, please go to zerodegreeentrepreneur.com.